Like the
Yo, the
Tonight
intro is
Show. Like,
I'm talking. What?
oh no, I was I was making a bootleg intro. I was saying we
Oh,
gotta do something like the Tonight Show with Ali and
nah.
Jamal. Amsterdam had like a little. What was you gonna
Listen,
say?
listen. We'll come up with some sort of intro. We have to brainstorm, but basically, you got to put it something of two brothers that are basically 15 years apart that have uh different generational answers, but always seem to meet in the middle or something like that. Welcome
So I
to.
literally was thinking when I was just coming up here, I was thinking what's your age group? Because I'm a millennial. So what are you? What are you, like a baby boomer?
I ain't no fucking baby boomer. Baby boomers are like in their 60s. Let's see. I think I'm a what's it? Age group name. Oh, age group names. I forgot because I literally just looked it up. I am Generation X.
Gen X? Okay.
Baby boomers are like my mom and pops. Q on Janet. No, on Janet was born in. Yeah, on Janet. Yeah, baby boomers are in their late
You
50s,
Googling it
early
right now?
60s. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. So
Okay.
you were born in where?
85. I'm a
85.
millennial.
Yeah, you're a millennial, Generation
Yeah.
Y. Yeah, yeah. I am, yeah, I'm Generation X. Yeah, okay. That means Jayla and all of them are what? Generation Z? Oh my God.
I know I
Jesus
forgot what
Christ.
they're called.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called.
Oh no.
But millennials is you. All right, yeah. So yeah. So we are in different generations, but a lot of times our opinions differ, but I think sometimes our opinions are the same. It's just that I feel like your explanation is a little different than my explanation.
Okay.
And I also believe that you're a lot more harsher. No, you are more what they say, and I'm more of how you say it.
What, say
So
that again?
you are more what they say, and I'm more of how you say it. So
Okay.
basically, me and you say the same thing, but you are more. I think we're both direct, but I more take into account how it comes across, and you're more like, "Fuck that. The sky is blue," and I'm like, "It is blue, but it has a little tint of difference." You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll come
All
up
right.
with.
So what would you explaining the different tints of difference? What's the point of that?
So I'm just more. So you're like the sky's blue. Fuck that, and I'm more like yeah, but it's more like light blue. But it is blue, but it's light blue, right? And then someone else will come on and say, "But is it really light blue? It's more like teal." And then we start this whole argument, and you'll say, "Nigga," you will be like, "Nigga, get the fuck out of here!" Like
Okay.
nobody comes up with teal, and I will say that's true, but I can see how people that believe in. I can see how flat earthers would see it's teal, but it's really not. It's light blue. We come around it. We come to the same agreement. We're just a little different to how we do it.
Okay. So I
What's
agree
up?
with you. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
disagree with you. I just had Googled
sure,
the so it's basically so 1901. So this is a list of all of the generations from
sure.
1901 to 2020. So from
Hmm.
1901 to 2025, or 1901 to 1925 is the
Yeah,
silent. It's the greatest generation. I'm sorry. So
yeah. I saw
1901
that.
to 1925 is the greatest generation. 1925 to 1945 is
Which
the
I don't even.
silent
I never even
generation.
heard of the Greatest Generation. I never even heard of
I
that.
mean, you
Like
never would, because you wasn't, first off, you're not a part of it. So if you're not a part of the
that's
club,
true.
obviously, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then on
I got
top
it
of
in
that,
front of me.
it's so far in front of you. It's like, how would you hear about them? So that's the 1901 to 1925 greatest generation.
Hmm.
1925 to the silent, or 1925 to the 1945 is the silent generation. 1945 to 1961, which is different, is baby boomers. And
Mm-hmm.
then from 1961 to 1980 is Generation X, which is you. Then
Mm-hmm.
1980 to 1995.
96. Oh yeah, our years are off by a year, but I got you.
Okay, so 95 they got here is millennials. And then
Yeah.
1995 to 2010 is Generation Z. And then 2010 until 2020 is Generation Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2020 to whatever is Generation Beta.
Okay.
So
Which out of all the generations, what generation do you feel like is the most non-listening, like hard to get to?
hardest to get to. I mean, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I would think it would be the greatest generation because they're so far away from us, but they're not around. And I would say next would be Silent Generation, but I don't think a lot of them are around. So obviously, the next one up would be for me the
Like
baby
if you
boomers.
like if okay, so let me no, let me rephrase that. If you had to talk about something to possibly persuade a generation to go from one side to the other, whatever it is, which of these generations do you think would be the hardest to persuade?
It would still be the same logic that I was just doing. Only because I feel they're so separated from nowadays. That's my only reason why.
Okay.
Why? What would you pick?
Um, I actually would pick the millennials.
Okay.
Yo, I feel like the millennials are in their own class of their own, meaning they're the ones along with Generation Z, right?
Okay.
They like COVID, like the things that they've experienced were very, I don't want to say traumatic, but I think that they're having a hard time getting over it. Generation Z, because that is what, like Jayla and Aaliyah and all them, right? That's like,
Yeah.
and the millennials, right? Like I feel like their social skills had eroded, and I
Who
feel like
millennials?
absolutely. I feel like millennials and Generation Z because Jayla and Aaliyah. So Aaliyah was born, Aaliyah and Jayla G. They're Tayari, right? They're all Generation Z, correct?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, and the ones
So you think that
older.
communication is worse than Generation Alpha, the YNs?
Yeah, you know why? Because
15,
I feel like
15 year old.
right. So that's DJ, like that's DJ generation, right? Me personally, I feel like they are just doing things socially because other people are doing it socially. I feel like the generation before them was really, really affected, which is a cause for the YNs. Does that make sense? Like I
Okay.
feel like a lot of the 2010 to 2024 that generation alpha are followers because I feel like a lot of these YNs really come from good households. They just follow the generation Z because the generation Z is really fucked up. And I hate to put it that way, but I feel like COVID really messed that generation up, which gave the creation to a lot of the YNs and a lot of the foolery that goes on with the YNs. But I feel like this later generation that alphas their followers, like it's all a facade. Like I feel like it's all made up. Motherfuckers want to wear fushaisis because that's what's being sold out there, not because they really believe that that's what you're supposed to wear. These young niggas out here uh,
It's
wearing their
coochie.
pants, they really believe that they're supposed to wear their pants low because that's what they see, not what they really believe. Does that make sense? And I feel
I
like
mean,
they're following the generation before them because, and I'm not making no excuses, but because socially COVID messed a lot of them up. And I feel like that's the hardest. That's the hardest generation to get to for me.
Is what generation? You named you named every
The
single generation after
Generation Z.
you said so. First off, you started with millennials, so you named every
Well, because
generation.
millennials, I feel like millennials have like I feel like that Generation Z, that millennial. I lump the Generation Z and millennials together, which I really shouldn't because they both experienced COVID. But I feel like that group, the millennials that were born in the 80s to the 90 mid 90s and the Generation Z, I lump them together because I feel like a lot of them are like big brother, little brother, big sister, little sister, right? For example, Jayla was born in 2010, right? And she's 15. But then you have some people like their older brothers that was born later. Like I feel like that COVID gap, especially for Gen Z, because COVID was when 2000,
Yeah. No,
right?
no,
COVID was
COVID was 2020.
oh right, COVID was 2020, wasn't it? It could have been 2020.
COVID?
Okay, COVID was 2020, right? So kids were what? A lot of kids were what? 10, right?
No, Tayari and them, they was 15. Cause wait, no,
Right.
actually, Tayari was 17 actually, because
All right.
it
So
was
that
like damn near
generate
senior
so
year of high
so
school,
Tayari was born in what?
2003.
2003. Right. So Generation Z, more or less millennial Generation Z. Because millennials are like you like what, in your 20s, like 25,
What?
26?
And
Millennials.
5 years ago in COVID?
No,
No, most of us was
millennials.
well in our
No, no, no,
30s.
no, no. I know. I'm saying millennials right now are what? In their 20s, right? Mid 20s.
Millennials?
What are
Where yo?
millennials?
What? Where is your math?
What year? What? So how old are
I'm a
millennials now?
millennial. I'm a millennial.
Okay. So
How old
Generation
am I?
Z are the ones that are hard to get to. That's all I'm saying.
So I. You said no. It wasn't hard to get to. You said you can change
Hard
their
to reach.
position.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that.
And you feel that because of
I feel
COVID.
like COVID. Yes, I do.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
And
I, so
social
I,
media has a lot to do with that too. But
yeah, I'll give you that.
yeah.
So I have my own take. Like I said, I feel like there's a thing that we all do when we get older where we feel like I just don't get these young niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And it's like, yeah, that's perfectly fine because when we were or when you were that age, I'm positive people didn't get you. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
Even if it was like you were more of a relatable, respectable young black man,
Hmm.
I'm positive you could be listening to Pete Rock, CL Smooth,
Hmm.
just at a louder volume, and
Hmm.
some older person is gonna be like,
That's
I
true.
just don't get that hip hoppity. You get what I mean?
That's true.
And I feel like that's where, and obviously this has maybe nothing to do. Like say for Sway an example, like if it was people in the '90s that were in their 20s
Hmm.
and early '90s, yeah, early
Hmm.
'90s, 1990, 1991,
Hmm.
1992, right, and you're
Hmm.
21 years old and you could either choose NWA or you could choose Public Enemy.
Hmm.
And we talked about this. This is when the first YNs was born. You get what I'm saying? Like if
Hmm.
you was a nigga with attitude, you was a YN at that time. You get what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, no matter what side you wanted to choose to be on, I'm positive that if you would have went to the boom bap, Public Enemy fan and told him that you should be on the other side, or even gave them, even if I was older and I gave them an explanation on why hip hop, you should not be with it right now. Like I'm
Hmm.
telling you for a fact, I remember back when Sam Cooke, made this music and they killed Sam Cooke. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting there telling them like I saw people kill Sam Cooke, I saw people kill Medgar Evers, and I'm trying to give them the same explanation and tell them like you're feeding into hip hop right now. Do
Mm-hmm.
not listen to hip hop, Ali. I know you're
Mm-hmm.
21 years old, but you're trying to explain to me about how it's all this other positive rap out here. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think you get what I'm saying. I think
Mm-hmm.
you would have been hard to sway as well because of the time period you was in, and like me and my man
Mm-hmm.
was talking about, like his when they you just get to that age, man, when you feel like, yo, I'm an adult, I can make my own decisions, and then you
Mm-hmm.
make a decision that may or may not work for you,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to sit with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Going back to what you were saying originally with the whole just which one I feel is the one to listen to. Like I said, I just think I don't know, man. I mean, but I do understand like also the pass along with like man, each generation got to take accountability, man.
Oh,
So
of
niggas can't.
course.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas can't make it seem like that. Like so, this is for my generation. I'll just speak for my generation. We
I
can't make
got
it
you.
seem like YNs are so bad when I came from the generation that was maybe not shit. Like I said, the beginning of YNs, I was around for 91, 92. But even if
Mm-hmm.
so, if you go into 96, 97, the people that we use as martyrs for hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
Biggie and Pac,
Mm-hmm.
like we glorifying their death.
Mm-hmm.
And all that's been is just turned into this, like this nobody wants to have their face on a t-shirt, but
Correct.
at the same time, if I ever go, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like in my mind, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Put a nigga on a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be fire. And it shouldn't, you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that thought shouldn't even be in your mind. You get what I mean? But it's unfortunate because of how the
You
the
want to be on a
community.
t-shirt?
Say that again?
You want to be on a t-shirt?
No, I'm just saying,
Oh
like
yeah,
even if
yeah.
so, like of course I don't want to be on a t-shirt.
No,
Well,
I
actually,
know, I know, I
I
know
would,
what you're
yeah.
saying.
To be honest, yeah. Put me in Walmart, nigga, right? But I'm just saying, in reality, like you get what I'm
Put
saying.
you in
It's
Walmart.
not. Hey, I'm not far from that idea. Like there's other
Jesus
generations
Christ.
where they would think of that and be like, "What? Me on a
Sure,
t-shirt? No,
sure,
heavens no." You get what I mean?
sure.
Just put me in the ground, whatever. But I'm like you said, I'm from that generation where it's like there's this. And I don't even think it might just be my generation because it's been a lot of people who, whether it's like Kurt Cobain, which he's in the '90s too, but you know what I'm saying, like any person that has died iconically, music wise, and was put on a T-shirt. I want to
Yeah,
say maybe Pac and Biggie was the only two that was over gun violence or gang violence or what you know what I
yeah,
mean, whatever
yeah, yeah.
to call it. And they might be some of the most iconic. Them niggas might be more iconic than Elvis on a T-shirt, depending on
Sure,
where you at. You get what I mean? So
sure.
we perpetuate a lot of that stuff, man, and we have to take accountability. So if it's the next generation that don't listen, it's because a generation before didn't listen, and a generation before didn't listen, a generation before. So if we breaking that shit down and we going through the motherfucking numbers of that. Come on, bro. Let's be real. Like if we was all here standing around in a circle, nigga, the greatest generation, 1901, they not listening to us. Our great grandmother is gonna hear anything that we talk about, even if it's just a simple fact that we telling her, Grandma, we gotta go upstairs and record this podcast for 30 minutes. We'll be back down. What? I told you, but if she has the energy to do it, she's not going to be able to, right? Because obviously
Sure.
she's so old. But if she had the energy and she was here, God forbid, right?
Yeah,
She's not trying to hear that. Then if you
that's
go to
true.
the next generation, you think grandma is really going to be trying to listen to anybody, anything that anybody is saying?
Hell
Any
no.
girls? No. So that's, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah, yeah.
doing whatever you're doing, like and I don't want to say like, you know, because they always be like, generations get softer, and that's just perspective or
That's
whatever.
that's
But
just running. Yeah,
I mean, whatever
that's
it is,
fake
right? But even
news.
if
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
me being like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go get my daughter from school, and then she called me again, and my daughter, if grandma was with me all day, she'd be like, what? That girl
Mm,
don't know how to take a bus. She don't
right,
know how to. That's because
right.
grandma, and she's not gonna come across from being like, no, no, what do you mean? You
You're
gotta
right. You're
drive
right.
around all day, and then let it even be on some shit where it's like, I'm just ordering an Uber because I just don't want to get up. I'm hungry.
Right.
What? You ordering some stranger to pick up? Yeah, please. You better go get
Yeah,
my granddaughter.
yeah,
So then you go to the next generation, baby boomers. I think they might be a little bit more, but you got a whole bunch of them sprinkled in there where they gonna sit, they gonna think like they parents think,
that's true.
and then so that's the connection. There's gonna be I think that's it. As you go up, it's less and less sprinkles of the generations giving two fucks about what the generation before thinks. And I think
Yeah,
that's where it gets to, you know what I'm saying? That's where it gets to the point, like where you
yeah,
said, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Cause it's gonna
yeah,
get it to a point where it's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm grown.
yeah,
Fuck what? I'm gonna get a whooping?
yeah.
But it be generations, they be like, I just don't know. I just don't want my mom. Meanwhile, your mom in a fucking nursing home.
Right.
You like, I just don't know. I can't. I can't. She
Yeah,
don't got social media, nothing.
yeah.
Not about to embarrass that lady.
Nah, there are just times that I just worry, man. But that's just
That's
me
the
being a
that's the
parent.
that's the Generation X in you.
The generation X and me, please.
Yeah, man. It's not, that's the one thing I say. I feel like they warriors, bro. Like all the generations before our generation are warriors, yo. Like worrisome. Oh
Do
my
you
god.
do you think do you think we worry because and we
Because
had
y'all
this
used to get
conversation.
kidnapped.
Yeah, so we had this conversation on one of our previous podcasts. I think a lot of times we worry is because we saw problems and we look at problems now as opposed to problems back then, and then you can use your thing too. But it's just like sometimes we be like it's not that serious. Like you're tripping over this when we had to go through that. And we had this conversation before. So I think
Hmm.
sometimes the
Well, give an
worrying
example.
um
Because on the only reason why I didn't mean to cut you off, the only reason why I'm saying give an example is because like going back to the when you was like we've had things happen to us that's why we move accordingly. So I'm trying to
yeah.
give correlation to like how with millennials or with Generation X, how going through 9/11 and going through COVID or going through Desert Storm or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or even Y2K, you get what I'm saying? There's so many, nigga, 2012, like, nigga, there's so many times that it was literally like, the world is about to end. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. When
Yeah,
people panicking and you got
2000 was
social
like that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y2K. You get what I
Y2K,
mean? Social
yeah,
media and everything. So this is what I'm saying. Like, there's things that have gone through our mind that have
yeah. Hmm.
created us to feel like, oh my God, the world might end tomorrow. And I feel like
Right,
that's the reason why there's so many of us that are just
right.
like, well, I'm gonna live it for today, and I'm not gonna care about yesterday, and I'm also not gonna care about tomorrow because I got to worry about today, which
Hmm.
turns into something bad because then you get all of us that are like
Of course.
in our 40s and we don't even have fucking life insurance. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about myself, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's
Yeah.
like when you learn about stuff afterwards, it's like, oh shit, you can't just be living for every day. You got to
Right,
plan for the future. You
right,
get what I mean?
right.
Um, and I think that's where we always get into maybe that's why like we don't worry because we don't worry about the future. And then y'all worry because y'all are worried about the future. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And I just also think like this generation, well, now there's a lot more resources to get over to assist in getting over things, and not necessarily. I don't want to say getting over, but dealing with things as opposed to back then. Like it's just different.
But that was
I'm sure,
bad though.
huh?
But that was bad. Like
Of course,
I,
absolutely.
you know, like I don't. I'm trying to understand your points as you're saying them because it's like it's not our fault that we have more resources to
Of
try
course
to get
not.
over things. You get what I mean? But it's like
We had this conversation. It's just like, and we talked about this. It's like we used to get disciplined in such a way that we had to go to school the next day, and you better not report it, right?
yeah, my bad.
As opposed to now, and I'm not saying this is for all kids. Some kids get yelled at, and it's the end of the world.
Yeah,
Whereas we used to get literally beat the fuck up by our parents or our friends' parents, and it was like you better go to school and you better get grades, and if you tell your principal you're gonna come home and I'm gonna beat your ass again. And I'm just feeling like a lot of times we sometimes worry is because, and every generation can say this, like you said, the generation before can say, yeah, we used to walk 3 miles to school. And I get it. And they would say the same thing to us. Why are you tripping when you get a ride to school and I had to walk 2 miles? Right. So that's all I'm saying is it's like sometimes I worry about the younger generation because I'm not saying it's not made easier, but there are more avenues to cope with things they're going through. But at the same time, we didn't have social media like they have it. So the issues are a little different. But so we'll see it as, you know what? You having this issue on social media, just close your phone, right? Or get off of social media. It's not that easy, right?
yeah.
Um, a lot of times I just worry about that sometimes. But I don't feel like that's a generational thing. I just feel like that's me more as a parent, basically. Because if I wasn't a parent, I'd be like, I don't give a like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really
Yeah.
care. Um, so once again, that's not a generational thing for me. It's probably just me, just being who I am as a parent. But whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I said, I can't control what these kids think or say. I can just only help, hopefully, me myself move accordingly, and my kids move accordingly, and people that I know have kids move accordingly. Um, so
Well,
that's pretty much it, man.
well, that's this. I'm about to say I want to see if this got recorded all the way through,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna shit. Hopefully, well, just leave it open like usual, and we'll see if it renders down, and then
Yeah,
we'll
I
just go
just
from
don't
there.
know why, and it just never popped up. It just
But
your
I
face,
think it
everything
might.
never popped up.
I just think it's the app being updated, so it's a little
Okay.
some malfunctions, and I think
Hmm.
that's what was happening from before. But as long as
Okay.
the app stays up and it keeps updating and we keep rocking, man, I'm gonna start putting out these. I'm gonna start edit or going through like from the first one we had, edit them
Sure.
going back through, and then that's it. I wish you would have been on what you call it, because I could have showed you
What?
my hat that I had. I got this Syracuse hat that this dude had made. It's official.
Just screen thing it and send it to me and I can see it
All right, I
after
got
we
you.
hang up. Another thing, as we continue this route, like I said, I'm getting me a microphone and I'm probably gonna get better headphones. But like during the week, just like you said, the welcome to dairy, like I feel like every day, not every day, but throughout the week, we should send someone either you send me a text or I send you a text saying, watch this, right? Or in the news right now, the Republicans are doing this, just so we have some sort of thing just to discuss. We don't have to discuss what we saw, but just keep an ear on, because I literally just saw that thing for Welcome to Dairy, right? But if you would have
Yeah,
mentioned it to me 3 days ago, I probably would have saw it and we could have talked about that, right?
well, I
Or
mean, that's fine, though.
right, like for example, like even when I talked about how Aisha Curry, like people were
I really have
flaming
no
her
problem.
over that, right?
Say that again.
But Aisha Curry, like people were flaming her over that. And I just wanted you just to be more abreast of the newer thing she said so that we could have discussed that for like 5, 10 minutes. Or
But
you know what I mean?
also sometimes I be wanting to not know. So like, say if
Oh,
you bring something up to me, and
sure.
then I really have like I have no opinion of
You're
it
breaking
ahead of
up, so I
time.
don't
I
even
feel
know
like
what you just said.
sometimes like that it's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
I
a
got you.
different take where it's like, oh shit, no, I didn't know about that at all. And then you might get a version where a motherfucker is pissed off, like, what? They did what? Oh
Yeah,
hell nah, like what?
yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta
That's
learn
true.
more about it. Now
That's true.
because it's a raw reaction. That's what it is. A raw reaction.
No, I
You know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
So
Hey, listen, this is all a learning experience. I enjoy it. Once again, I don't get to talk. to certain people as much as I want, because schedules, and that's something that we're going to discuss too. That I talked to my wife about it, and I talked to other people living in New York City. Having relationships is completely different than living in Syracuse, and that's something that I really want to address next week.
Well, so why you say that though?
Because
What?
Well, I told you this. I told you when you having a social life in New York City is completely different than having a social life in Syracuse, because when you're in Syracuse, you're only 5-10 minutes away from people that you know. Whereas in New York City, I have boys that live in Queens that I don't see often, right? And when you live in New York City, when everyone lives so far away, it's a hassle at times getting, even with my frat brothers, we all some of us in Harlem, some of us live in the Bronx, some of us in Queens. But when we come together, all of us can't stay together for a long time at a certain time, because some people got to get in their car and drive back to fucking New Jersey. Some people got to get in their car and drive back to wherever. But in Syracuse, is not like that, because it's like, all right, you live on the east side, fine. It's only gonna take you 5-10 minutes to get home. Oh, you want to make? There's not a lot of traffic. I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Let's shit. Randy was just here a month ago, and we had dinner reservations for 7. I left my house at 6:45. I didn't get to the restaurant till 7:30 because I couldn't find parking. You understand what I'm saying? So like certain things like that eventually we're gonna have to get into other conversations too. But we'll discuss that.
So no, I think so. I mean, and I'm not disagreeing because I get it, the proximity from friends and stuff like that. But I think
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
like my way I look at it is like, okay, I might have proximity from friends, but I'm in a city full of people. You can't make new friends.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you
of
can't like
course.
have associates, and it's like, yo, those are my associates. We go out, we drink.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Some of them maybe we
That's
don't drink with. Somebody I go to the gym, I work out, I see you all the time. Yo, I mean, you and your
but that's
girl, let's
just my
go on a
point,
double date.
though. Right. That's just my point. I feel like in New York City, I've gained so many new friends slash associates, coworkers that I probably wouldn't have gotten in Syracuse, because I feel like Syracuse is such a close knit family, which is not wrong. It's not wrong at all. I'm just saying it's just a different social life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not
Yeah, I
bad,
get that.
not bad, not good. But that's a whole
No, I
that's
get it.
a
I
that's
get it. It's a different social life, and you're saying just because of the distance from people,
it's
it's hard to socialize as much and get whatever. But it's still I'm like, bro, I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I'm like, nigga,
no, but it's a
if I
greater
go,
opportunity. It's a greater opportunity. I'm just saying it's just different. That's what I mean by that. It's
yeah, no,
just
it's
different.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. There's people
so
that I
me,
would
I'd
go
be
to
like,
drinks
nigga.
with that I learn in the gym that I wouldn't have done in Syracuse, right?
But even
Like
so,
I
I'm
could.
saying, like, nigga, you got
What you
bars
say?
down there, nigga. Just go to the bar. You go to the bar.
Correct.
It's Barney from the bar. You don't know that nigga nowhere else,
At
but you know
all.
he be there on Thursdays, or
No,
maybe you know what I'm
exactly.
saying. The first time
Exactly.
y'all was watching a game together. Now,
Correct.
yeah, I mean, like, I might not have friends and associates. Niggas probably don't even got my number, but
Correct.
when I see him in the street, hey,
It's
what's
all
up?
love.
Hey,
It's all
hey.
love.
But
Absolutely.
I don't
Absolutely.
play. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
know.
think New York good, bro. I think it's more to just the the lack of social friends and stuff. It's because y'all are piled on top of each other. That's it. Y'all are piled on top of each other, and there's so many other variables of stress that instead of picking the obvious, that this person you could smell this person's feet that lives across from you, like that's the obvious. It's not the traffic. It's not
Yeah.
the attitude. It's not the smell. It's the fact that y'all are piled on top of each other, and that shit is just bad. Like I
We'll
couldn't like
discuss
Hong
that.
Kong.
We okay. We'll discuss that later day, because it's not like Hong Kong. But I give.
Yes,
We
yes,
can
yeah,
have that.
yes. Nigga, it's
We're not.
yo, it's fucking
We're
worse than
not.
Hong
We're
Kong.
not. Okay.
Yo,
No,
that
it's
yo,
not.
that is,
Okay.
bro.
It's
That
not
this is a
worse than
all right. So
bro,
yo,
bro. We're not
wait,
doing this. We're not doing this.
wait.
We're
No,
not
but
doing
this is a
this.
fact. This is a fact. The fact that I don't.
Oh
There
God.
might we can. Do you have your computer in front of you? Google how many people are in the city of Tokyo, and then Google
Mm-hmm.
how many people are in the city of NYC, and then see what's the difference in that, and then look at the streets of Tokyo, and then look at the streets of New York. That's just a
37.
fact.
Hold on. 37 million. Tokyo.
And Tokyo's small as shit.
37 million. Tokyo. How many people in New York City do
I
you
don't know.
think? 8
I
million.
don't know.
8
Huh?
million. 8
8 million?
million. Tokyo has three times as more.
Yo,
Four
so
times
you
as
I
more
don't even wait,
people.
hold on, wait. What?
Four times
Go
as
ahead,
more.
what?
Tokyo has four times as more people in it than New
And
York City.
how clean are the streets of Tokyo compared to the streets of New York?
Well, this is different. I get what
Ali,
you're
it's
saying.
Ali.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that. But Tokyo has way more people. Way more people. And when you look at the subways, the metro system in Tokyo, New York City is not like that. New York City is overcrowded. Listen to what I'm saying. New York City is overcrowded, bro. I'm not disputing that. And that's because our living arrangements go up. Like we're built towers. We're not built space. They put towers on top of towers, right?
That's the same thing they're doing in Tokyo
I
and
understand
China.
that, but it's not always packed like that. New York City is packed, but you can go out at times, in certain times, and not be around people at all, right? I'm just saying Tokyo is ridiculous, my brother.
So
Tokyo is ridiculous. So it's a bad
listen to what
comparison.
I'm do you get what I'm saying?
I get
There's
what you're
more
saying.
there's more people
Sure.
in a more packed environment with less spots to run around, and it is cleaner.
Okay.
Four times what? Three times whatever amount times more.
Okay.
Millions of people more than New York City.
Okay.
And people be stressing the fuck out in New York City, and I'm positive they stress out the fuck in Tokyo, Japan. But there's way less stress. How is that possible? That there's more, it's
You
more
believe
people,
that?
you're more packed, but then it's less stress.
Do you believe that people in Tokyo have less stress?
This is a fact. This is a statistical fact.
Okay. Come, your
In,
homework
In
for
Japan,
next week.
in Japan, period. What do you mean? That's what we're talking about. Tokyo, Japan. That's in the city, in the state, the country. Hello?
Let me, Jamal.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let me. That's the kid call, man. So I'm about to run out. We could
All
talk
right.
about that.
All right.
All right, bro. All
All
right.
right, bro.
Later.
Peace.